The collective of guides, you can change any circumstances you choose. Via Salena Migeot. September 12, 2016. Website sananda.website. Produced by Higher Self.
Beloved ones, we greet you with great love and we ask that you hold in your hearts all who are struggling this day. Many of you are facing challenges with ease and grace, and quite a few of you are having a more difficult time of it. As you continue to navigate through the changes that are occurring, there are a number of things that can keep you steady on your course. These include spending time in nature, spending time with loved ones, detaching from the media outlets that want you to remain divided, in fear, and hopeless and powerless to change your circumstances for the better. When you arise to the awareness that you are completely capable of changing any circumstances you choose, you can and will feel empowered to share this wisdom with others. There are quite literally millions of people who are doing exactly that via what you call the World Wide Web. Imagine that there is a much larger World Wide Web that you can tap into. There are countless contributors from throughout the universe who contribute to this information highway, and what they share has difficulty getting to you because of the censors who control the information you receive. We would like to change that because we would like to literally open up the universe to you. There is a wealth of information that could be available to you that looks like the greatest libraries all over your world combined into one, compared to the local book exchange in a rural town, too impoverished to afford its own library. When you truly have access to all that could be available to you, your world will literally open up and expand in ways that would make the discoveries of Copernicus, Galileo, and many other wise men seem marginally newsworthy, in comparison to the flood of information that will stream in. So, how do you tap into this source of seemingly endless information? You let us know you are ready for the truth. Every delegation from other worlds that has interacted with your governments to advance this mission has been told that you, the human race, are simply not ready to know about other worlds. Dearest ones, we know this is not true. We know you can handle it. We know you would love to meet your extraterrestrial brothers and sisters, once the fear campaign is eliminated, and you discover how benevolent the majority of them are, and how much you have to gain in every way through what you can think of as older, wiser civilizations. These civilizations can and will share their technologies with you that can help you eliminate pollution, increase the human lifespan by decades, eliminate many of your diseases, advance your study of genetics exponentially, increase your science by centuries, and most importantly to our way of thinking, show you your true history and all that has been covered up to keep you in the dark. Your governments are at a tipping point now. They have negotiated time and time again to prepare you for full disclosure and have consistently reneged on their promises, their oaths, their written treaties. Every form of negotiation that has been arranged for the past 2 centuries has been nullified through inaction and fear of the backlash from you. They know they will no longer be in power once you learn the truth. They have known this for quite some time and were very successful at hiding it from you. Only the most senior decision-makers of your world were privy to this information. These men have amassed so much power in your world that they are beyond government. They are the world government and they determine who is elected, where, and for how long. And in most cases, the presidents and prime ministers do not know them and do not know they had anything to do with their being in office. There are very few exceptions to this. What the national leaders are told is that there are people who got them elected who want them to do certain things, and if they do not cooperate, their family will suffer from either death, disease, a scandal their office will not survive, or some combination of these. There have been national leaders who have contracted illnesses mysteriously and died very quickly. There have been those who were assassinated. There have been some who have been duped in some way, often through drugs, to participate in something scandalous and then exposed for that very thing which rocked their position as an elected official. This has been happening for every major policy issue that the world leaders wanted implemented and the national leaders have resisted. Why are we telling you all this now? Because it is time, beloveds, to know the truth of who you are and why your sovereignty has been hidden from you. Your sovereignty is what truly makes you great. You are not subject to the rules or laws of any land. You are your own sovereign state, answerable to none other than your Creator. To simplify all the implications of this, we will simply say, you have been instilled with powers you have not yet tapped into because you have been led to believe that you are inferior in many ways. When the truth is known, you will know you are limitless. There are certain things that must be known and understood for you to step into your limitlessness. These have to do with the discretion, the wisdom, and universal light you were endowed with. Once these are understood, you will be able to discern how to use your power in the highest and best way. Any unwillingness to use your powers for the greater good will cause consequences, such that you will suffer in ways that will make it unlikely you will attempt to harm another in any way again. You have been born into this time to facilitate the shift of the ages. The shift of the ages is the shift from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. You have been moving through this shift for the past several decades. 2017 is considered the midpoint of this shift. As such, it will be a momentous year and the year that the old is eliminated and the way is made for you to step into a higher reality. This is both a higher dimension and a higher frequency. What we mean by this is, you will need to maintain a higher frequency of existence in order to withstand the higher energy in a higher dimension. This is what is meant by your ascension process. Humanity has never achieved this before. We are sharing more now than you are perhaps ready for because we are actually in service to you to prepare you for this ascension. If your ascension is not accomplished, we have failed. We have much work to do in a very short time. It is up to us as your servant guides to help you achieve what you have already agreed to before you became embodied in this lifetime. As such, these transmissions will be very different than you have become used to from this point forward. We have suggested to you numerous times, in previous channels, that things will be more interesting and more challenging for a while, before you achieve the more utopian existence that will be available to you. The time we have told you about that will reveal your true history, give you seemingly incredible advances in technology, eliminate much of your pollution in a relatively short time, and so much else we have shared, is upon you. We have also shared that there will be a great deal of upheaval in order to put all of this in place. There will be a massive purging of so much that does not serve planet Earth, humanity, and your sovereignty. Much will be eliminated and that will be quite a shake-up for all of you, even though it means disposing of the old to make way for a far better new. There will be those who resist the changes, who feel that they would rather die than let go of whatever or whomever they perceive that they are attached to. This is where your sovereignty comes in. You will know that you can withstand anything. You will know that you are here, at this time, for a reason, and every one of you will know what that reason is by the time this process is complete. You will understand that you are not beholden to anyone else, you are not responsible for anyone else save small children, and you are not an authority over anyone else. If you have control issues, you will have a more difficult time than those who are used to being their own authority and allowing others to be their own authority. Keep this in mind as you go forward. If you are controlling, be very mindful of relinquishing control in order to smooth your own path on this journey. If you are a follower and you are used to allowing others to make decisions for you, be mindful of taking matters into your own hands more and more. Do so with relish, with excitement, and with the knowing that very soon you will feel so divinely guided that it will be challenging to do anything other than what is exactly right for you in any given moment. But in order to get there, you have to step into your sovereignty. Beloved ones, we know we have given you a great deal to consider. We ask you to look forward to more and more truth coming through that will truly assist you through the changes. We may be revealing things that are very likely to happen in advance of them happening, things that will sound far-fetched and difficult to believe. And, within a short time, these events will come to pass. This has been a notable period for many events that have transpired and you are not aware of them because you are being kept in the dark. We will be able to shed some light on much that is going on in your world, and eventually, we will be seen as harbingers of truth. Until this is crystal clear to you, we ask you to hold out the possibility that what we say might be true. That is all we ask, that you consider that what we say is possible. That will serve all of us very well. We will be honoring our service to you through providing the information which will prepare you for the truth, and you will be more prepared for the coming disclosures because we have forewarned you. By the time you hear things from what you consider more official sources, you will be able to hear the truth in a different way, a way that will allow for gentleness in your heart as you receive the knowing that it is true. And you will begin to feel truth more and more. Things will resonate with you more and more. Some of you will feel it in your heart. Some of you will find that untruths do not land within you and truth does. You will simply not be able to absorb or accept untruths. Some of you will experience various sensory experiences that will be very different based on if you are hearing truth or untruth. So we ask you to begin to discern with your heart, your mindful mind, and all of your senses. Notice any subtle changes in your internal energy, especially that in your heart and your hands. These ways of knowing will increase as you proceed through your ascension process. And you can accelerate them by tuning in now in all the ways we have suggested and any other ways you discover are meaningful for you. Dearest ones, know without doubt that we are loving you powerfully in every moment with every breath. And so it is.